This is my YouTube studio setup without any light beside the main door of this place. And this is when I turn my key light. So there is a huge difference, right? And if I continue, this is the fill light. So check that. Without the fill light, I'm checking on the monitor there, and with the fill light. So you can see a nice touch on this side here, and I can continue lighting my setup. So this is if I would like to put some background shapes there. As you can see, check without it and check with it. Of course, I can turn these ambient lights, and I can also turn on this one here, and the setup is quite interesting now, right? Of course, I can turn on these tube lights that I have in the background, but this is not the topic of today's video. In today's video, I'm going to concentrate on the importance of having a fill light on your side, because I really like this one. What do you think? Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the light setup, and more specifically about this fill light that I'm using here, which turns out to be a key light when I'm turning to this camera right here, and it is acting like a fill light here, because if you'd like to turn your talking headshots to the next level, it's not really based on the key light itself, but you need to complement this light with something different. And in this case, I'm using this ZHIYUN X100 RGB light. This is a compact light. I'm going to tell you about it, why I like this light, and why I think that this light is very important for my setup. But for the next of the video, I'm going to take off the light to put it here on my desk so I can show it to you more in details. So basically, this is the light here, the X100 RGB, and this is in collaboration with cammackey. And check these leather on the backside and this olive green color. It looks fantastic. So we have the LED lights in the front side for the RGB. You can see the cooling fan from the backside, and you have this button here to turn on and off this light. On the sides, you have these knobs to adjust the intensity and to select the mode and everything you can do with this light. On this side here, you have this attachment, so you can plug the battery that comes inside of the box. I'll talk about that a bit later on. And on the bottom side, you have this 1/4 inch thread. So this is the one that I'm using to mount my light on this iFootage Cobra mono stand, something like that. So this is basically the light, and I'm using with it this small diffuser here. So you can put it just like any Bowen's mount, but this is not a Bowen's mount. This is a mini kind of that. And I'm using this diffuser on the top of this diffuser here of this Bowen's adapter. So this is basically the light, okay? But before I show you how you can use this light and how I use it, let me show you this nice case here, this nice carrying case from ZHIYUN. So I already unboxed it. You have these mesh pockets here, and you have this one to pack the light wherever you go. You have this one here, these barn doors that I'm not using because they do not fit my setup and my mood in lighting my setup. You have, of course, the cap of the light, always good to protect it when you are moving from a place to another. You have this Fresnel kind of lens, which is nice because this one, it will diffuse the light in a very good way. Personally, I'm using this one. I prefer the look of this one for many reasons, because I'm not using it only as a fill light, especially when I'm talking to this camera on this side. I'm using this one as a key light when I'm turning to the side, and as a fill light when I'm talking to this camera here. So that's why I prefer using this dome here as a diffuser rather than this Fresnel kind of glass kind of lens here. You have, of course, the brick to power the light, and you have a USB-C cable. And personally, I'm not using this one. As you can see, it's here, and I'm using a USB-C cable to power this light, and I'm having it attached to this battery that comes with it. So you only have to click it. Yes, it's here. So you click it and boom, voila, the light is ready to go. On the bottom side, you can power it via USB-C here or via the power cord that comes inside of the box, and that's it. You can use it like as a camera. If you are like doing some videos on the go, some photos on the go, you can put it on a light tripod and or on a light selfie stick, and you can use it to light up your scene. And that's something very nice. And the battery is very good on this one. Personally, I'm using it always plugged to the cable to the power supply because I don't want to run out of battery during my shoots. But if you want, you can charge the battery, you can go use it on the go, you can go use it on the field, in your photo shoots, in your video shoots, and this will perform really well. I really love this case here and the color. This is the cammackey and ZHIYUN collaboration. Before I continue in this video and show you the light, how I use it, let me tell you that this video is not sponsored by ZHIYUN. But when I was talking to ZHIYUN team, telling them that I'm building my studio and I have my key light from ZHIYUN and I have my ambient light there from ZHIYUN, they told me, would you like to get this light here, this collaboration with cammackey? Because the light that I'm using as an ambient light is exactly the same, but it is a 60 watt, while this one is a 100 watt maximum output. So I said, yes, why not? It can be useful as a fill light as well. So I can use that one as an ambient light. And voila, I can manage everything within one single application, which is the ZY Vega application that works really well. So ZHIYUN sent me this light for free, and they sent me also this Bowens mount adapter, this kind of like soft box. It looks exactly like the one that I have here on my key light, but this one is so small. I think this is a 40 centimeters, if I'm not wrong. But anyway, for my setup, this one is an overkill. I might be using it one day, but for my setup, I think that this one looks really well, and it is sleek, it is compact, so that's why I prefer using this one. This is my honest opinion about that. But not to forget that if you are going out on a shoot, you can use this one to manage your light better, to control your light in a better way. And of course, you can use these barn doors so you can control the light in all the directions. On my channel, I will not show you everything about all the products. I will show you how I use them. And if you'd like to see more information about these lights or these products, you can write me your comments down below, and I'll be more than happy to answer you and to show you more details about these products. Personally, I use these things in a way or another, and I'm going to show you how personally I use these items, because this channel reflects my way of filming, my way of creating content. Of course, there are multitude of ways, and I'm not saying that it is the best way. Of course, I'm doing things wrong and I'm not mastering everything. And if you have any advice, if you have any suggestions, please write them in the comment section box. So as you can see with this one here, this Fresnel lens, the light is harsh, and this is the exact same power that I'm using this light for with this dome. So this is just to show you how much this one can diffuse the light. Let me show you that with the same kind of setup. So keep this image and let me take this off, take this one off, and this is without anything. You see, it's somehow harsh. And check this one with this diffuser. The light is way softer and more interesting, more flattering for the talking headshots. So this one here is important if you'd like to concentrate your light, if you'd like to throw a big amount of light on a specific area. This one is very good for that, especially that you can mount it along with this barn doors, so you can manage where the light is going. You can limit the side on the side or on the top, on the bottom, and so on. But that's once again not how I will use it here in the studio. I might use this one in a different setup. Honestly, I wish I had two of those. But anyway, so this one is quite interesting as a fill light and as a key light when I'm talking to this part here, to this camera here. And because we have this 1/4" thread, I can mount it on a magic arm on my tripod there, on my monopod there, and I can use this light perfectly all the time. But there is something that I really like about this light. Of course, you can manage everything from the knobs here. Okay, but I will not do that because, well, it's good, it's nice, but well, I will not walk around the camera and change the settings, verify the temperature, verify the intensity, and so on. And that's why we can do everything with the ZHIYUN application. So now I turned it off, I turn it on. So as you can see with this application, I can turn off the light, I can turn it on, I can change the temperature. Now it is on 6300 Kelvin because this is the temperature that I'm using for my videos. I can take it up, take it down. Let me put it again on 6300 so it will match the other light. I can adjust the red and green hues here. Now it's on 0, but with the time these LED lights tend to fatigue a little bit, so you have to adjust those. I never had any issues with my key light. It's been like more than 2 years, serving me really well without issues at all. And you have lots of effects like daytime. You can click on it, tungsten lamp, modeling light. So as you can see, the light is changing on the table. But personally, I prefer to keep it this way. I dial my temperature as I want, and so on. You can see as well that we have this brightness slider. Now it is at 2%. Imagine this is at 2% of 100 watts. So it's only a 2-watt light here. And it was a very good one when it was at about 1 meter away from me. So I will crank this up. Wow, this is at 95%, 100%. Let me take it down to 2%. This is how I'm using it. Voila, now it is back again at the same power as before. But this light can also be an RGB light. Check that. You can change the color as you want. And this one is not bad. I'm monitoring everything here on the screen. But if I take it back to white, this is it. You can change the hue, you can change the saturation. You can go to RGB just to pick one single color. It depends the mood that you are searching for in your videos. So you can do everything in this application. And the good thing about this application, let me go back to this mode. Okay, the good thing about this application is that I made a group with my key light, with this background light, and in this group I called it YouTube. So I can turn everything off and I can turn everything on again with a click of a button. So this is why I think this is very convenient if you are having your YouTube setup or your maybe talking headshot setup and your space, because having everything with one single application is a huge gain of time, is very comfortable to use and very convenient to use as well, rather than going back and forth on many applications. Because the backlights here are from another brand, I have to go and turn them on with another application. Add to that, these lights that I have on the ceiling are different as well. So this is way more convenient to have everything from one single brand running on the same application, especially if you can make groups in this application. What I really like about this application, by the way, is the ease of use and the multitude of scenarios that you can create. Now I showed you my YouTube setup, but I can create something different, and I will create a different group just now. So I can click on plus, I will add a group, let's say test. So this group I will add which lights. I will get my key light, the Malus G200, and I will get this one here, the X100 RGB. I will not add the other light to it. So now I have two devices, and this one, I go in, I can turn them off, and you see this one stayed on. So I didn't turn it off because now I'm in another group. So in this group, I can go to the devices one by one and change the settings. Let me show you really quick that. So here we can change the power of every light, of every single light, and we can change the coloring of these lights. So this is really a convenient way to use this light. I will remount it now on this pole here that is having my secondary camera, the A6700, as well as this background light, and of course this fill light. So I will use these small rig magic arms with a 1/4 inch thread. Let me just check how I can, yes, screw it. Okay, so now it's sturdy in place. And I can put it here, tighten this, and I can take the USB-C cable and re-plug it on the bottom side to power everything up. Okay, voila. And let me just take it off so you can see the difference now. Perfect. Let me just adjust the light a little bit, the position of the light. And voila, that's it. Let me take it, turn it off, turn it on, so you can see the difference, right? So that was it for today's video. I just wanted to show you my lighting scheme for this setup that I'm having here, and mostly this cammackey and ZHIYUN collaboration. This is a very good one, very nice light that personally I use on a daily basis in the studio along with my other lights. And thank you for watching, and if you would like to get this light or any other ZHIYUN light, I will put in the description box some affiliate links. You can get some discounts if you are using them, and that's a massive help for me and for my channel. And thank you for watching. Ciao for now.